Oklahoma and TCU. Now, we know that TCU is having all kinds of issues offensively this year, and I did wind up passing on the TCU-Texas Tech game as far as the side was concerned last week, but I wound up making the under an official play in the Low Shack in the Bag videos, and of course that one cashed very easily. Now they're going up against Oklahoma, who's putting up even more yards per play than they put up last year. This is a fearsome Oklahoma offense. The question is, how much will TCU's defense be able to contain Oklahoma here? TCU as a home dog getting a lot of points here. Traditionally, these two teams have played very close games, except last year where Oklahoma won both of their games by a big margin. Before that, every game was within a touchdown, and TCU getting more than a touchdown would be an automatic play. But again, last year, Oklahoma blew them out twice, and this year, TCU is looking like they have some pretty serious questions on offense. Right now, the line is TCU at home +8. Joe Gavazzi, what do you think?
Well, this is my Lone Ranger game of the week. Just one of 20 games you can get in my point spread prognosis for only $9 at joegavazzisports.com. And it's a game that I've won 4 weeks in a row. It's a game where only you and I, guys, are going to bet TCU. Nobody else is going to bet this side. And that makes it all the better for me, I think. And, well, exactly what you pointed out. 2 blowout wins by Oklahoma last year, including that playoff game where they just decapitated TCU. And you think that TCU might be a great play as a conference revenge home dog. 0-4 recently. Another reason why nobody's going to back TCU in this one. You know, Oklahoma did put up a lot of points in that game versus the Texas Longhorns, but the defense was a shambles. And after the game, they fired their defensive coordinator, Stoops, brought in Ruffin McNeil to handle the chores. Not sure what that's going to mean, as the players may change over some of the defensive concepts or not. I don't think that's going to dissuade anybody from backing Oklahoma in this game. As you said, TCU has averaged just 16 points per game this year and is in the bottom 10% of giveaways and in turnover margin for the year. There's no love for the Horned Frogs in this one. The only thing I have is the contrary thinking of the Lone Ranger and a little 150 running dog theory that tells me TCU may be able to do a little bit of ball control against that Oklahoma defense. Let's go contrary here. Make it an official play on TCU +8.
All right, this is a very tough game. This is also a game that was assigned to Joe Gavazzi. This was not a game that Joe Gavazzi selected himself or requested himself. We assigned it to him, and he took it. He analyzed it, and he's going to go with TCU +8. I gave that one as an official pick as well. The more we go, the more we head closer to kickoff, the more I'm thinking I might have been on the wrong side just because of how awesome Oklahoma's offense is this year and how anemic TCU's offense has looked as well. Even if TCU can hold Oklahoma's offense down, I'm not sure that they're going to be able to score enough to keep this game in single digits. The more we head towards kickoff, I'm thinking about a shot with the under. What do you think, Ian Cameron?
I think from Oklahoma standpoint, this is addition by subtraction, getting rid of Mike Stoops as the defensive coordinator. I thought that guy was never a great coach. I thought a defensive coordinator, he was okay at times, but to me, he didn't have the demeanor to be, I think, a really good coach in terms of getting through to the kids. You would see him when he was the head coach of Arizona in the Pac-12 years ago. This guy would be stomping around on the sidelines with his blood vessel about to explode, about to have heart palpitations, screaming at the kids, freaking out at the refs on the sideline. He didn't keep that calm, poised demeanor at any point. And I think at some point, people, that wears thin with people. You tune it out when that guy's just harping away constantly. I actually think long-term, this is going to be good for Oklahoma on the defensive side of the ball. I want to see if the players show me first before I step in to pass for me in this game. But I think Oklahoma under might make some sense in this game. I truly believe Ruffin McNeil remains to be seen how he's going to affect this defense, but I think it cannot hurt and it can only help this team long-term moving forward without Mike Stoops. That guy didn't do much for me as a football coach or as a defensive coordinator. So if you want to be proactive, I think betting this game under the total might be a reasonable way to go.
That's what I was thinking as well, Ian Cameron. The closer we get to kickoff, the more I'm thinking that I don't like my bet on TCU, but I'm leaning towards the under more and more.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.